Don't mind me. Just getting ready for the new season. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Eric, and this is Out of the Groove. New and improved. Well, no, not exactly, but we're back. And yes, I know we still have several weeks until the Daytona 500, still a couple weeks until any racing whatsoever, but I thought now's a good time to kind of reintroduce the show and go over how this season is going to be slightly different than what you guys watched last season. Now, for those of you who watched Out of the Groove last season in 2017, thank you for sticking around for starters. But you guys probably got used to about a once-a-week schedule where I'd upload on Thursdays afternoon usually. I'd make a 15 to 20 minute, sometimes longer video where I'd talk about the recapping the race and the storylines from the week before and talking a little bit about the race coming up. And that's not going to change entirely. The basic format or the basic discussion that this show is going to stay about the same. I'm still going to talk about things that happen in the races. I'm going to talk about things that happen outside the races. I'm both going to kind of report on them, but I'm also going to offer a lot of my take, and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to share some of your take, whether it be in the comment section or on social media. I'll try to kind of incorporate more of a social media aspect into this show, where I'll bring things over from, say, Twitter onto the show, give other people a chance to kind of have the spotlight on them for a little bit. But anyway, that aspect from last year is not going to change too much. I'm still going to talk about kind of the same basic things. Going to try and keep it interesting, kind of try and shake it up a little, but it's going to mainly stay the same in that respect. However, the big way that it's going to be changing is that I'm no longer going to be doing just one huge episode once a week, like on Thursdays. Instead, I'm planning to maybe do more like 2 episodes a week, and it's going to be maybe a slightly looser schedule, but I think I'm going to try and upload videos like Sunday night, the night after a race, if it's Sunday afternoon, or Sunday morning, if it was a Saturday night race. I'm going to try and upload videos the day of or the day after a NASCAR race, and then I'm going to wait and do another episode probably on Thursdays again, where I'll talk about things that go on during the week and things to look forward to in the upcoming race. And so that's a little bit different, but my hope is then I can divide both episodes into maybe 10-minute stretches, so that way I'm not talking about just like 30 minutes of a bunch of different, I'm not covering a bunch of different stories in one video. I can kind of divide up stories by video or subjects by video, make it more individual so people can seek out more what they really want to hear. The main reason I'm doing it is because last season I found that I would spend, 10 minutes talking about, I don't know, Martin Truex Jr. winning a race, and then I would spend the next 10 minutes talking about something completely different, like say, Danica Patrick possibly retiring. I would talk about both those things pretty equally in one really long episode, and I just found that maybe it would make more sense to make that video about Truex its own video, and then maybe like the next day or later in the week make the Danica Patrick video its own video, because I feel like it'll just make it easier for people to find what they want to hear, because I understand that we're all busy and not everyone has time to sit down and listen or watch a 20 to 25 minute video about a bunch of stuff. They might want to just seek out things that they really care about, I'm gonna at least try this. If it goes really badly, if everyone really hates it, if it doesn't work, then I'll go back to what I used to do, but at least to start the season I'm planning for this to be the kind of format that I use. And now another thing I mentioned a minute ago, I'm going to try and do stuff to kind of incorporate you guys and your opinions into the show as well, whereas before it was just I'd let you guys comment and I would try to reply to some comments in the comment section of videos. Now I want to give you guys a little bit of screen time, so I've been doing it the last couple weeks and I'll probably do it throughout the season. I'm going to run Twitter polls or things like that to try and gauge people's opinions of major storylines that are going on throughout the week. Things like, who do you think will win this weekend? Who do you think is the dark horse for this race? Other questions surrounding like, who do you think was at fault in that specific wreck or that sort of altercation? That kind of stuff. And I'm going to talk about it and post it up on these videos. I'll talk about them here. And I'll also talk about it with you guys in the comment section on Twitter. So there's still going to be a lot of conversation going all around, but I just want to kind of bridge the gaps between multiple social media platforms to give you guys the most possible information or the most interesting things to talk about and the most possible discussion. Because as much as I love the attention that you guys all focus on me, I also like having people to talk to or people to kind of debate with. So by running things like Twitter polls once a week, or having different Q&As maybe on Twitter or on YouTube, that gives me the opportunity to answer more direct questions and, I guess indirectly debate people on certain NASCAR related topics. I think that might be interesting. So if you don't already follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at Dex Racing. There's the page right there. You can follow me there. I posted some polls that I'll be talking about in upcoming episodes, but I'll also be posting more as the season goes on, and I'll be looking for more and more discussion on there. So thanks thanks for that. So I'm trying to think, that's about it. I don't want to make this video super duper long because this is kind of like the first day of class for a new year. You know, it's like just kind of talking about what you can expect from me as the teacher or the administrator. So it's not exactly the most exciting episode or the most exciting video, but I'm glad you guys clicked on it anyways. I'm glad hopefully you made it this far. If you did, thank you. Next week, like I said, I will be starting real episodes of Out of the Groove. We'll actually be talking about NASCAR's actual substance. You know, we got to talk about drivers retiring. We got to talk about Danica Patrick, just got a new sponsor. She's running the Daytona 500 and the Indy 500 this year. Got to talk about that. Got to talk about what we can expect from all these young drivers. It's a renaissance in NASCAR. Maybe not a renaissance. I would just say a revolution of some sort. It's a new era, so to speak, in NASCAR. And I think the new era really starts this year in 2018. So we got a lot to look forward to, a lot to preview. That's going to be starting next week. So I hope you look forward to that. Thanks for subscribing if you haven't already and you're just finding this video now. Thanks. You can go back and watch episodes from last season to kind of get a feel for how the show might go. Hope you stick around for next week. If you have NASCAR friends or family that do not know about the show, do not know about this channel, let them know. Spread the word. See if they are at all interested, because I don't think there's that many. I mean, NASCAR, it's popular, but it's still a relatively niche audience sport. It's not football. It's not baseball. It's not basketball. It doesn't have a huge audience where you can just go into any sports bar and have a conversation about Jimmy Johnson. You can't do that with NASCAR. So I like to have this corner of the internet or this section of, the world that we can all kind of come together and talk about these types of stuff and share our own opinions about a sport that not everyone else shares opinions on. So that's all I got. There's a new NASCAR parody coming out. I hope this weekend. I've been writing it. I'm finishing writing it, so it may or may not be up this weekend, but it will be up very soon. I've been very inactive on this channel for about a month now, and a lot of that's been out of my control. I kind of planned to take a little bit of time off, but a lot of that's kind of been out of my control. So I wanted to come back. I want to come back strong with a parody, with Out of the Groove, with other stuff. So I hope you guys all look forward to that. And I promise that while this channel may have been kind of inactive for a few weeks now, that's about to change. I haven't forgotten about this. This has been the biggest, probably the biggest part of my life for the last 5 or 6 years now, and I don't think that's going to change anytime super duper soon. Even though I'm in college, even though I have other responsibilities now, this is always going to be one of my, if not my top priority. So, hope you guys look forward to everything that we have to offer. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Less than a month until Daytona, guys. Even though my boy Matt retired, I still have a lot to look forward to this season. I didn't expect to be anticipating Daytona this much, but I am. Guess there's a lot to look forward to. So we'll talk about it next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great end of your month. See ya!